For millennia, they spoke to us of a cave, of men chained, staring at shadows they could not understand, projected by a source they could not see, and of one, just one, who dared to turn his neck, to look at the true light, to walk out, even if it hurt. But what if that cave was never a place, but a condition of consciousness? What if today we do not live inside a cave, but beneath one? No longer chained to a wall, but hypnotized by a sky that shines. Nos confunden. A sky we were taught to love, to fear, to study, but never to touch. A sky where we were told spheres float, suns, galaxies, and infinite possibilities. But what if that sky was nothing more than a projection? What if those lights we marvel at are the new shadows? In Plato's cave, the shadows were cast by fire behind the prisoners. Today, the lights in the sky might be projections from an artificial source, opposite in placement but identical in purpose, to conceal the truth of the real world. What if that blue dome isn't the firmament, but a screen? An invisible dome that recreates night after night the illusion of a soulless universe, to convince us that we are small, alone, lost. Nos confunden. Perhaps we no longer stare at a stone wall, yet we are still looking at a wall, a more subtle one, a more convincing one that glows with programmed stars, one that makes us believe there is an abyss beyond, when in truth there is something else. What if everything we've learned about the cosmos is part of a carefully crafted story, like the fire behind the chained men? What if behind that apparent light there is a far greater, yet forbidden reality, one not measured in light years but in spiritual courage? One not seen through telescopes but with awakened intuition, one not conquered with technology but by crossing the wall of conditioning. In the ancient allegory, the one who escaped the cave was blinded at first, because true light hurts the eye that has only seen shadows. And maybe that's why so many prefer to keep looking at the sky without question. Nos confunden. Because escaping this new cave, this celestial prison disguised as infinite beauty, requires more than intelligence. It requires will. Will to stop repeating. Will to see what is never shown. Will to remember what is never taught. Because beyond the dome, beyond the projected lights, something is waiting, not stars, but truth. And like the man who left the cave and returned to awaken the others, one who discovers this can no longer remain silent. Even if they call him mad, even if they call him heretic, even if they force him to look up at the sky again, he already knows that what he sees is not the sky. It's just another shadow, and the true light was always beyond the dome. YouTube channel Nos Confunden.